Real life. Real stories. Let's see what's trending in Indianapolis. This is Paul Poteet on The Edge.
Do the swim.
What?
Do the swim. Isn't that good?
That's a little.
Everyone, look away. Look away. Just.
That was a big dance, I think, in the 60s.
It's time for a reboot on that, don't you think?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, if we can have every TV show that was done in the 60s redone, you know, as a movie, whatnot.
Why
Let's
haven't
bring
they...
back the swim, everyone.
Speaking of, why haven't they redone $6 Million Man?
That is ripe for the picking,
That
isn't
is
it?
absolutely right. It's going to be a heck of a lot more expensive now, but...
You got the built-in franchise right there, because remember the sequel to the $6 Million Man was...
Bionic Woman.
Right. So you got, you know, guys, girl, the show was ahead of its time.
And then Chomps, the Bionic Dog.
I don't remember Chomps.
Oh, you got to look it up. It's an awesome movie. Awesome movie.
What is happening?
Chomps.
We're just having a conversation.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, hey.
The $6 million. He was whatever you call guys these days. He was a hottie. He was,
I think you'd trigger somebody if you actually you just can't say those words anymore. Unfortunately.
even I can't say that he was a beautiful man. Was that was that Lee Majors?
Yeah, it was Lee Majors.
He was the $6 million man.
I had a little Lee Majors
Can
doll.
we get this on track?
And you could actually stare through his eye. And
Off the rails.
Google Lee Majors, Brittany. You won't be sorry. Was he married to Farrah Fawcett then, right?
What is happening right now?
Anyway,
we're just having a private moment. All right.
Busters in the late 70s. Oh, sweet.
Already off the edge.
We're way off the edge. Let's bring us back over every week to our new audience who hasn't seen us before. Welcome to our space.
We talk about TV shows from the mid to late 70s that Aaron and Paul fondly remember.
Absolutely. Those were back in our heydays.
And we talk about stuff that just happened in the last few days on the internet that I found.
Yeah.
So
that's where we go, and we're going to let you go right now with something weird and wacky and edgy.
It's interesting because, we were just having a little, generational moment. And at weddings, a lot of times you get people of different ages together. And then, you have the reception, and the poor DJ has to find these songs that, like, a big age group. I used to do this way back in the day, in the 80s. I used to sometimes play records at weddings. Hated it.
What was your DJ name? DJ Dirty Paul? Like, what was it?
It was my DJ name. It was Paul Poteet. I've always had the same DJ. It was Vanilla Thunder, of course.
Can we get that as a title of him next time?
That's his new lower third, yes.
My new lower third. I'm going to ask for that on TV now, too. If you could font me as Vanilla Thunder, that would be great.
You'll have to change your Twitter handle, too.
That's right. Mr. Vanilla Thunder Weatherman. You can make the description anything you want to these days on Twitter. It can go real long. So I could be Mr. Vanilla Thunder Weatherman. It'd be our little secret. Anyway, 538, ask a bunch of wedding DJs to compile a list of songs. These are songs that people want banned from their wedding reception.
Oh, wow.
I disagree with most of these, actually, which is surprising.
One is the chicken dance.
That can go.
Yeah.
That can.
Oh.
Clap your hands. It's the cha-cha slide.
If you've had enough to drink, the cha-cha slide can still be fun.
Yeah. You don't even need handrails for that one, right?
I never even began to learn how to do the Macarena. That's number 3. I remember when that was actually out.
Or, as the rest of us call it, the Macarena.
I'm sorry, I was putting my usual spin on that. I'll have fries and a big Macarena. There's the Cupid Shuffle.
Oh,
that's fun, but hard. I don't know that one, but it is fun.
Oh, please get rid of the YMCA. Please,
that can go.
Just kill it off.
Young man, there's a place. That was out at about the same time as the $6 Million Man. Coincidence? I don't know. From 1978. No, I didn't like that song when it was out. Nope. Electric Boogie. Parenthesis, electric slide.
That can go.
Yep.
Hokey pokey. I don't know that I've.
That's okay. That's
what
okay.
What kind of wedding is that?
Well, it's for the little kids. It's for the little kids.
What wedding has little kids at it?
A lot of weddings.
bad ones.
Wedding is where little kids are getting married. What?
No,
I'm against
no. Stop it.
Happy by that's a more recent song, of course.
Wait, you skipped over Wobble, which is a fun one.
What is Wobble?
First you wobble, then you're happy.
That's a pretty fun one. I don't know it though, but it's I get jealous of people that know it.
I know happy.
Love Shack. Yeah, that needs to be retired too.
Shout.
That
Yeah, there's
can go. All of these can go.
You make me want, not the 80s song Shout, but you make me want to shout. Love Shack is 11. We Are Family, number 12. That's not exactly
too bad.
Yeah, I mean, that seems inoffensive. Blurred Lines. I'm not quite sure why you'd be playing that at a wedding reception. Celebration. Everybody loves that song, I thought. Cool in the Gang. That's a classic from like 1980. Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh, geez.
Do you know what that's about?
No, I mean, I know it if I hear it, but I couldn't tell you.
Are you at liberty to say?
It has to do with syphilis. You got to look up the history of Cotton Eye Joe. Absolutely.
No.
I didn't realize that.
Look it up.
Hold on.
It's a catchy little number. But it's...
I guarantee you,
Hold
as soon as
on,
you
I'm
experience
fact check-
that,
Stop everything. We need to fact check this.
Snopes it right now. Don't experience it. No, that's what I'm saying. As soon as you look up the history, then you'll never play it for your children again. My kids love it until
you tell them.
Yep.
Well, tell them. Have you learned that part of parenting yet, where you hide things from them?
Oh God, yes, absolutely. They rat me out to the wife all the time.
Yeah, there's still stuff I'm not telling my 28-year-old. I mean, come on. When you're old enough, you'll find. But I guess my point with the wedding, we were talking about cross-generational thing. It's hard to come up with songs everybody likes, and so you put these certain songs that it seems like a big age group responds to, and so they get played all the time. And then I think people get sick of hearing them because they get played all the time because so many people like them. So,
yeah, the problem is that the new generation hasn't heard it, and it's like, wait, this is a fantastic. It keeps on recycling.
By the way, you're right. Apparently, I just googled it. That's really weird.
It is messed up.
Yeah.
Wow, that's more TIL. Today I learned about Cotton Eye Joe. Did not know that. Well, anyway, there are some songs that people, in case you're planning your wedding this summer, people really don't want you to play. The Macarena.
Macarena.
You know what you did when I mispronounced that? You made a mockery of me.
Oh.
That I did.
No, I won't give you that.
Now we move on to a totally normal story about a woman who married a tree.
What kind of songs do you play at that particular wedding? I bet the band's pretty wooden.
I don't know. Trees. Songs about trees.
They're registered at Dollar Tree.
Yes.
Hello. Well, supposedly I like the way they put this in quotes, marries a 100-year-old tree. Boy, what do you make of that age difference? So it wouldn't be cut down. She's from California, New York, no, Florida, just in case you're curious.
Oh, Paul.
He married an ancient ficus over the weekend. Treesome.
That's the best kind of ficus, don't you think? I think so.
You don't want a young, inexperienced ficus.
Stop.
I just spit all over myself.
It included floral arrangements. Hey, don't I recognize you?
The entire family came out. Extended family.
A dog serving as a ring.
All the family tree was there.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
And a wedding cake decorated with an icing rendering of the tree next to the words "Higher Love."
Oh, my Lord.
So
Well, good luck, I guess, maybe.
What do you do? Where in the world does this person go in life? I mean...
Well, you can't travel with that tree very far because that would defeat the whole purpose.
Exactly. You're pretty mal-rooted at your spot.
Someone send help, please. Please, someone come get me.
Do you suppose at the wedding reception somebody played Barbra Streisand in Evergreen?
Oh, okay.
Anyway. I'm just going out on a limb there.
Please, someone come get me.
I mean, honestly, you can pick any particular route to go on here. But, you'd probably be barking up the wrong tree. Let's just leave it right there.
Tom, don't you too, our producer. Oh, no.
Oh, my
Yes.
gosh. Well, anyway, to each his own.
Yeah, good luck and Godspeed.
Oh no! Not this story. Oh,
This is much more practical. This is how you increase productivity in your workplace. I believe that's the story we're talking about.
I was looking ahead at the other one.
No, you said no to that.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Well, we're probably going to have to go there anyway.
We're going? Oh, God. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'd already thrown away my notes.
Well, I can help you out here. The New York Post: mom blends her placenta into smoothie.
And feeds it to family.
Let me tell the Edge audience, I had alerted, I had issued an alert. Maybe you don't want to talk about this.
Well, and then he said no, and yet here we are, and I'm not sure what's happening. Again.
So, there you go. I mean, it's not like we're making it up.
No, it's right there. It's on the internet. That means it's real.
I would like to make a PSA right now. Though I would never do this, I'm sure there's someone watching who probably hates you right now. So I am not.
There you go. There's the close-up.
I don't need a close-up, though.
A disclaimer, and then...
Oh, my God. Okay, well, okay.
So, apparently, you can't...
Oh, no!
Well, here's, nobody's going to argue, you can drink anything you want to, but some people just have had it. By the way, there's a freeze-dried version of the umbilical cord.
Stop it. What is happening? Tom, pull the cord quick.
They already did.
Wait a minute, they're trying to pull my cord.
Oh, did they form it into the word love?
Now, what else would you spell with it?
Oh.
Vomit?
If she was just having it, then probably there wouldn't be a lot of, maybe it wouldn't have gotten published well, first of all, if she hadn't put it out there, it wouldn't be published as a news story.
I don't know what is happening.
She had to tell somebody. But second of all, she shared it with her family. She wasn't just, consuming always dreamed of repurposing her placenta, but missed her opportunity with the first two kids she had, but found a solution by the time she had her two most recent children. She paid $42 for that to be turned into smoothies. That is an expensive smoothie.
Don't make that sound ever.
Everything left over was dehydrated and turned into pills, costing a further $210.
Now, okay, pills seem more manageable to me because you don't actually have to taste what's happening.
Right. I'm beside myself.
But I can't make any of this okay.
She says everyone is entitled to their own opinion, and it's my body, although she's not the only one drinking. I'm the one that looks into stuff, and I make up my own mind about whatever I do. Yada, 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 yada. She's a self-confessed hippie from England and had, as you saw there, her umbilical cord dehydrated and turned into a keepsake. She's wasting nothing. She said it tasted just like a berry smoothie.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm actually going to regurgitate right now.
Wouldn't it taste more like a navel orange smoothie?
Oh.
I don't know about you, but I gave up drinking stuff out of my belly button for Lent.
For Lent.
Come on, that was a pretty good one.
That was good. That was good.
It was pretty good.
I got nothing. I'm just shocked.
Oh God, I'm dying.
The edgy things that we found this week. It's his fault. Wait a minute.
It is. This is entirely on you.
There. It was
no, you didn't.
I tried to shield you from it.
We could have been talking about pizza, and then that's the rabbit hole we went down.
I'll put the pizza on the back burner for the next time around. Still to come.
All right.
On the Edge.
Okay.
Well,
where do we go from here, though? I don't know what to do or say, so I'm punting to someone else.
All right, so we've had some interesting weather over the last week. So we're evidently on our fourth winter.
We are. We're on fourth winter. It's and we've had all four seasons, and Frankie Valley too. In the last week, we had severe weather on yesterday. As you're watching the live stream of this on Wednesday, a report of a tornado up around Covington, Indiana, toward Lafayette, Frankfurt, that area, and some big tree damage in Lafayette, and then they had a power outage earlier today in Zionsville. So.
And it was snowing this morning.
And it was snowing this morning. It flurries this morning. Well, we had 2 inches of snow on Sunday night. That was gone pretty quickly. But that set a record for Easter in Indianapolis. We've had 2 holidays. Here's a little factoid for you. We've had 2 holidays that have been record-setting so far this year. We had like the second coldest New Year's Day ever, and now we've had the snowiest Easter ever. And it's not stopping. I mean, look at the 7.
Do we have any reason to believe that spring is actually happening?
Look at all those little snowflakes there.
No, spring's not up there yet. I don't.
That terms. Yeah, it got to 66 yesterday, and that's as warm as it had been since February, and it lasted an entire day. It was more like half a day. I mean, it got warm then late in the afternoon and into the evening. It was still like 66, but
there's snow up there.
Yeah, there's a chance of showers Thursday afternoon, early evening, and then Friday rain changes to snow. Friday night there could be like a little dusting of that, especially south of Indy. And then again, Sunday night into Monday, might be a little rain with snow. And the wind chills are in the 20s all day today to boot. Yeah, we're almost, we're into the first week of April here, ladies and gentlemen. This is terrible.
It's like Game of Thrones winter. It's never going to warm.
Is it coming? Is spring coming? Is there any?
Oh, maybe after about the 16th from the stuff I was looking.
Are you kidding me?
Of June.
Of 2021.
Yeah, right. Oh, did I forget to say what month I was referring? No, 16th of April. And then there are some signs we might have a really hot, dry stretch, which probably nobody's going to mind.
What do you mean by really hot?
Well, above average temperatures, maybe like in May, in the first part of June.
Great.
There you go.
Yeah, we have the sun is low energy right now. We do not have a lot of solar energy in this part of the world to work with. So that polar vortex just keeps sliding downward every couple of days. Sorry.
It's not too bad.
Well, my bias. I like it hot, and my smoothie's cold.
Oh, yes. And from fruit.
And more.
Let's stay away from body parts for the remainder of the year.
Yeah. Well, all right. We'll have that when I come back next week, and hopefully I'll also have warmer temperatures when I come back next time around.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Paul. We can always find. We want to make sure
we can always find you. Is what you were going to say. We can always
find you over at paulpoteet.com.
That's right, where I will be toasting all of our Edge viewers today with just plain coffee. That's
thank you.
Nothing,
thank you.
Nothing weird in that glass.
Well, as far as you know.
Thank you so much, Paul. It's always a pleasure. And everybody, follow Paul over at Paul Poteet on Twitter. And go over and check him out and send him a message. Let him know how much you enjoy Paul's contribution here on Edge of Indy. So thanks so much, Paul. And we'll talk to you next week.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Right, take care.